Hey everyone, so in today's video I have a really cool update on my Borneo leaf mimic roaches, so if you want to see that update, please keep watching and stay tuned. So right here in this small container, I have some very cool roaches, my Enclosure SP Cockroaches. Now these guys are a subfamily roach species, which are what they are a part of, and these guys are just a really interesting species. And later in the video I will be showing you guys the babies or the nymphs that I finally have received from them. Now I did used to have many adults of these guys, but I had a crazy just giant die-off of the species because of some pesticides that I dealt with. So now I'm left with these 3 females and then this one male that's just hanging over here in the cocoa fiber. So these guys are from a city in Malaysia, Kota Kinabalu, and in this city there's lots of Enclosure, just tons of the subgenus, and these are where these guys originate from, and they're just a really cool species. And right here I have my macro lens, and we're gonna add this to my phone so we can get a better look at these guys. So with this macro lens, you're able to see lots of their cool patterns and stuff over their wings, which look really interesting. And these guys are pretty decent size next to my finger. Here's that. And these guys just have really cool patterns on their wings with the lines, and they have some cool oranges and kind of just like this tint of like cream color that kind of falls over them, which is really interesting. And I'm currently recording this in natural sunlight because it just helps show off their very interesting colors a lot better. So these guys are definitely a really cool species, and even though I've had a little bit of struggle with them getting going, I'm very glad to say that I finally got nymphs from them, which I will show you very soon. Now if we take a look around, we might be able to find the male, which is just hanging out right here. Now these 3, like I said, are all females, and this is my current only male that I have right here, and he's pretty small, but the males of these species are also very small. So this female was one of my first to give me the broods, and then these other 2 produced me some babies. So now I have around 3 litters or so of babies. Now moving on from the adults, right here we have around a dozen or so of the nymphs that I received from them. Now I received a lot more than just this dozen nymphs. There are probably a lot more nymphs running all around the enclosure. As you can see, probably like around 80 or so nymphs, since they do give pretty big batches of babies. These are just a few of them, just to show you guys. Now if we use this macro lens, we can see them a lot more clear, and these nymphs are pretty small, and they have some really cool spikes on them, or spines, and they have some unique coloring with the whites and the white dot in the middle, which a lot of them do have. And if you're wondering why some of these ones are larger, is because they have reached their second instar, and these later ones, like right here, those 2 on screen, are still in their first instar. So like I said, they have some very cool spines, and even myself, I can even see the nymph right there. He is very well camouflaged into this bark, and that's a reason why they get their name, the leaf mimics, because they mimic many leaf types, rotting leaves, bark. Throughout their different life stages, they mimic many different things in their natural habitat. So yeah, I'm very happy that I was able to get a decent amount of nymphs out of the very few adults I had left. Once again, I'm very happy with that. So right here is my current setup for them. I have this giant piece of bark in here because a lot of the adults really like to have their climbing space on it. As you can see, they either crawl behind it or on it and around it, which they really seem to like in this setup. And with just by taking a look, you can see a lot of nymphs roaming around all throughout the substrate and the leaf litter. There's just nymphs everywhere. So even just around the sides, you can just see tons and tons of nymphs roaming around. And I also just added new leaf in there for them since they really like to munch through these leaves. You can see just tons of leaf skeletons in here, and they just go through leaves really quickly. Once these nymphs start molting into larger nymphs, I'll have to upgrade them since there's just tons of nymphs throughout this enclosure, and this small enclosure will not suit them any longer. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. And if you guys want to see more awesome roach content like this, please like and subscribe for more. But with that, I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.